Well, the news keeps flowing. I'm going to keep bringing it to you. All I ask is that you leave a like on the video, you subscribe if you haven't yet, and you keep it locked here on the Quartering, wherever you're watching, YouTube, Rumble, Odyssey, or BitChute. I appreciate you tuning in. Elon Musk goes on a bit of a rage after I think he is finding out kind of in real time. Almost, I don't like using this term anymore because it's so kind of it's passe, the word, or dated, but like he's legitimately getting like red pilled on these corporate activist companies that are pulling their money out of Twitter. The fact that he's tweeting about it is leading to large drops in the Tesla stock as well. And I think that he's going to fight back against this. And I think that this is going to be ultimately a really good thing for free speech. It's also going to accelerate Elon bringing on more products to Twitter to become less coupled to advertising. Now, earlier today, we saw that he has laid off 3,700 employees worldwide. I don't know how many of them were in California. I don't know how, but it's pretty much, there's New York, India, there's all over the world, people are laid off. And that's going to help. It's going to cut operating expenses potentially in half. I mean, it probably won't be exactly half, but oh, and by the way, no ads today, just each video I'm going to remind people, coffeebrandcoffee.com is my coffee company. We have 10 different teas, 15 different coffees, and 2,500 five-star reviews, and we have cocoa. Promo code The Quartering. If you haven't tried it yet, I'm just hoping that today will be the day you give it a try. I just know you'll love it. If you read the reviews, you'll see everyone does too. It supports the channel, and just like Twitter, helps decouple me from relying on ad revenue. Elon tweets, Twitter has had a massive drop in revenue due to activist groups pressuring advertisers, even though nothing has changed with content moderation, and we did everything we could to appease the activists. Extremely messed up. They're trying to destroy free speech in America. Always have been. Right? Like, that's the moment that, like, that's how I felt right away. Like, bro, there's 380,000 likes. I bet you most of those people would pay for Twitter Blue right now to help reduce the power of advertisers on Twitter, right? 1 million people, 2 million people probably happily pay $8 a month for Twitter Blue as long as they add more value down the road. Here's Catcherd writing, who's been having a bit of a melty the past couple of days, but glad to see you finally realize how fascist the lunatic left is. Let the conservatives back on Twitter and get rid of all algorithms and shadow bans, etc. on us. We'll bring our advertising dollars with us. Our spending power is enormous. They're 100% right on that. I'm like, should I be advertising on Twitter? I don't really know what I would advertise on Twitter. Maybe my coffee? I suppose, like, I could do some Coffee Brand Coffee ads, or maybe I could advertise my YouTube channel. I don't know. Mike Cernovich, they are trying to destroy America. Most of these groups are overtly Marxist. They support Stalin and communist gulags and famines. Why isn't the hammer and sickle a hate symbol? By any objective treatment I don't want to go into that. Publish the advertisers. I think so too. Politibunny says, are you not surprised? Or you're not surprised, are you? As with all forms of true fascism, we are not allowed to disagree with the approved narrative. Any effort to push back will get you punished or even canceled. Jack Posobiec writing, when people show you who they are, believe them. Critical drinker, lesson learned. Never try to appease activists. It's a pointless endeavor. This is something, all of us, myself, my fellow content creators in this space, my wonderful viewers who are all now subscribed, we knew this, right? We always know this. Like, I literally still have lunatics trying to like reach out to my sponsors and say, oh my God, here's an out of context tweet he did. Please stop supporting him. So to give you a bit of context on this, earlier in the week, Elon Musk admitted to, he tweeted out, not admitted to, but like he tweeted out that, hey, I met with all these, kind of like the who's who of pro censorship groups. ADL, like the NAACP, a lot of these companies that are at minimum behind a lot of the cancel culture that we see. And oh, by the way, and then Elon follows this up. By the way, this tweet got fact checked, which I think was kind of funny. Then Tom Fitton, who is the president of Judicial Watch, fact checker expert, and an author, writes, Elon Musk, the left have countless billions, government entities, media, and NGOs focused like a laser on ensuring big tech and government suppress and censor online speech. Conservatives have a few social media accounts and a handful of groups fighting for online speech. Elon replies, that assessment is more accurate than people realize. I really think that this is the moment that Elon is just getting a little shifted a little further to the right. Now that he's inside the belly of the beast. You know, Tesla doesn't really have to deal, other than that stuff with the ESG that they had to deal with. Tesla hasn't really had to deal with like this woke activism garbage. SpaceX really hasn't had to deal with it. Starlink hasn't had to deal with it. Neuralink hasn't had to deal with it, right? I mean, there are people on the left that are critical of them, but they haven't had to deal with like outright cancellation attempts and the withdrawal of monies. But these are big spenders that have pulled money. But by the way, YouTube has had multiple adpocalypses and survived them all, okay? And YouTube is more reliant on ad revenue than Twitter even is, all right? So Twitter's going to be fine. But here are some of the companies that have paused advertising, at least temporarily. General Mills and Audi paused Twitter ads after Elon Musk takeover. General Mills latest to halt Twitter ads as Musk takeover sparks brand exodus. It is not be careful, because the left and the censorship machine are going to try to frame this like it's some sort of mass exodus, but it actually is not. These brands aren't leaving for good. They're just pausing. Let me just tell you, where there's money to be made, the brands will be there. Or there'll be new brands that move in and take their spot. General Mills, Cheerios, Lucky Charms. Again, last week, top U.S. automaker General Motors temporarily paused paid advertising on Twitter amid chaos at the company. Volkswagen AG's Audi also confirmed Thursday that it would pause ads to continue to evaluate the situation. The Wall Street Journal reported Thursday that Pfizer had also suspended advertising on Twitter. Good. The growing exodus of advertisers amid concerns that Musk will scale back misinformation and security protections. No, that's 100% incorrect. The scale back of advertisers is coming from activist agencies like the ADL, like the NAACP, like all these media watchdogs that don't like Elon and don't like free speech, bullying them into doing it. Because Elon has not, he wrote here, we have not changed. Again, even though nothing has changed with content moderation, and we did everything we could to appease them. That's the point. That's the point. Why don't you let the MyPillow guy advertise on there? I bet you he'd spend a lot of money. Top firm advises pausing Twitter ads after Musk takeover. Why do you think that would be? Why do you think that might be occurring? And then you see, again, if you didn't think it was political before, allow me to show you. Elon Musk falls apart as Twitter starts to fail. It's been 5 days. Twitter's not failing. Do you know how much money he just saved by cutting 50% of the staff? Do you have any idea how much money he's going to make selling all that real estate that Twitter owns all around the world? When he moves Twitter to Austin? Because activists are pressuring advertisers to leave. It's extremely messed up. Retweet if you think it's Elon's fault. 32 tweets. I mean, no, all of this stuff's going to go away. You see Elon Musk has accused activist group of pressuring advertisers into dropping Twitter. No, that's a factual thing. That's a factual thing. Volkswagen, founded in 1937 by the German Labor Front under the Nazi Party, tells brands to pause ads on Twitter because Elon Musk's takeover. I mean, that's fine. That's fine. Like, you would be shocked how many people are going to you start advertising on Twitter now. Like, Twitter's not going to have to worry about it because they have the election run up here, and politicians are still going to run their ads on, that the politicians are still going to run their ads. So I'm not exactly sure what these idiots. It's like such a fake win. It's like they're so salty that they want Twitter to fall apart, but it's going to be fine. Twitter's going to absolutely be fine. General Mills will come back to Twitter. Whatever all these other, Volkswagen, all these, they're all going to come back to Twitter because there's really no reason to have left in the first place other than for ideological reasons. And like that only lasts so long because you still have these companies still have shareholders and they still need to make money. So they can celebrate all they want. Elon Musk is not dumb. This tweet is going to bring in a bunch of money. He's going to have right-wing people pumping money into Twitter. There's more right-wing users, more active on Twitter right now, so more right-wing politicians are going to pump ads here. Twitter is still an advertising juggernaut, and due to the nature of its gigantic audience, they're going to be fine. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope Elon learned a little thing or two today, and I hope that he's a little more cautious about bending his ear, letting some of these people bend his ear. Thanks so much to everyone who's been supporting the channel this week and all the new subscribers and all the OG subscribers. If you haven't yet, please do subscribe and leave a like before you leave. This has been absolutely nuts, but it's been a lot of fun too.